My name is Kemini Nyomani Amano, and you're watching the AM News. Coming up, Executive Director of the Ghana Institute of Governance and Security claims money has diluted the NDC's core ideology of social democracy. Also to come, the alarming rate of teenage pregnancy at Adesso in the eastern region is definitely worrying. But what do the chiefs and people have to say? Stay on to find out. And then also, you see the Public Utilities and Regulatory Commission, which is expected to review utility tariffs by next week. Exactly how much are we paying? We'll have to find out. Government also to spend 50 million Ghana cedi on petroleum subsidy next year. And that will be 25 million Ghana cedis more than 2014. Let's get a detail now. We'll start off with issues around the National Democratic Congress. Executive Director of the Ghana Institute of Governance and Security, David Agbe, says the ruling NDC has allowed money to dilute its core ideology of being a social democratic party. He warned that if the practice is not checked, it could hamper the party's chances in the future.
About 3,600 delegates of the ruling NDC converged at the Babayara Sports Stadium on Saturday, December 20th, 2014, to elect national executive officers to lead the ruling NDC for the next 4 years. Speaking on the Congress in Joy News, Executive Director, Ghana Institute of Governance, David Agbe, said the NDC has a rich ideology and should not allow bribery and corruption to wash it down the drain.
NDC, as we see it now, their membership is growing. It's evolving quickly. Gone are the days that hardly you find an NDC person going on radio or on TV to articulate the vision and the aspiration of the party. But now the party has become so attractive that many people or the young folk want to associate themselves with. And that is where monetization has come to play within the party as we speak. So they are not looking at the philosophy of the party. Money has diluted the ideology of the party as we speak.
A political science lecturer at the University of Ghana, Dr. Ali Desaidu, has urged political parties to educate followers on their manifestos to enable voters make informed choices during elections.
Ghanaians have to understand that when you vote, it is part of your democratic inalienable right to do so.
More so, these 4,600 delegates need to know that.
So once you know that, then it makes you more discerning and more skeptical, so that you carefully scrutinize candidates that you vote for. In that sense, if you are exercising your right, you understand that you are exercising your right for the benefit of the collective citizenry of the country, or all the members. So if you see it as a right is a treasure. You value it and you exercise it in a way that benefit people.
The year 2014, according to most Ghanaians, has been economically challenging. Holland-based Bishop Bernard Owusu-Ansah of the Praise Valley Temple and Associate Churches says Ghana's 2014 challenges have been as a result of indiscipline and total greed.
I see the problem of Ghana as not just a governmental problem, but also an attitude problem on the part of the Ghanaians. You know, when you have people that steal copper wires from our street lights, when you have people that catapult the bulbs of our street lights to break them to prove how intelligent and how well they can shoot, how good archers they are, when you have people that dig main roads in order to pass pipes and do nothing about it, when you have people that throw rubbish around, when you have people that have a certain mentality that is not a communal one, that doesn't help build a nation, it doesn't matter what the government does. I'm not holding brief for the government, you know, but it doesn't matter what the government does. If we do not change our attitude, it's a two-way thing. Government must change its attitude, change its thinking. We need people that are not greedy. There is enough for everybody's need, but there is nothing for anybody's greed.
I guess we'll have to look forward to a better 2015. But the Public Utilities and Regulatory Commission, even before then, is expected to review utility tariffs by next week. The upward adjustment will be for the final quarter of the year 2014. Joy News hits the streets to get the public reactions and expectations of this review.
Well, it will be unrealistic.
Why do you say that?
You haven't increased, what do you call it, wages, salaries, and then you are asking us to pay more. For instance, I'm on retirement, so what do I do? Where do I get my money? I mean, it's too much. Even now, water even is not running. Since I came to Kukumlimli about 39 years ago, I haven't had such a problem before. No water. Water is not running, and electricity is the same thing. I mean, look at it, we've been going on and off. And we've put off our deep freezer. It's not working. Yes. So I don't think it's realistic. We are not benefit. We are not getting anything that will make us, that will prompt us to pay the increase they're calling for. They should hold it, or they should stop it. It should be held in abeyance. It shouldn't go on. I mean, there should be more, what do you call it, discussion on it. I mean, it will be too much. It's too burdensome. Things are going out of hand. We are tired.
It will be insensitive for any government to want to, increase or whatever the case. I mean, after the review, we might definitely see an increase, and it doesn't make sense at this time, at this point in time, because I mean, the moment you increase it means that it cuts across. If you look at the fuel price and all, everything is going down. So why would you want to increase it? Whatever, if there's an increment, then it means that the government is insensitive to Ghanaians. Because what is the reason for it? If fuel prices and all are going down from 160 to 59 or something, then why would you want to just increase it? So for me, any increment will be an insensitive demonstration from the government.
I'm expecting them to reduce it because, some of us are students, and sometimes, even for now, when the bills come, the bills are too much for us to pay. So they should just consider that fact and just reduce it for us.
I'll prefer that they should rather not to increase it at all, because previously when the prices are high, they were not doing any better things to change the electricity or the water bill. That is helping the country. We are rather losing, because day in, day out, light off, day in, day out, no water. So to me personally, there should be any increment. Either we reduce it, either they will help us to bring more electricity. Every day there should be electricity and water. So after that, if you see that there's a positive going on, then if increment can be done, then it can be done to solve the problem previously. But not on there, no increment should be done. They should maintain, they should reduce it rather.
My expectation is they should reduce it, because now the system of living for Ghanaians is too much for us to bear. Because if you look at this electricity that they are talking about, for me, instance, that was last week, I bought about 50 Ghana in my office, and 50 Ghana couldn't take me for 2 weeks. Yes, so in fact the cost of living is high, so they have to reduce it drastically so that at least Ghanaians will feel comfortable and feel at home by not going chasing visas, traveling outside and those stuffs.
Similarly, residents of Adenta are skeptical about government's assurances to end the water crisis in the municipality. According to them, government has done nothing over the years to address the problem except to give empty promises. The residents were reacting to a recent assurance from the Water Resources Minister to end the age-old water crisis in the area.
Let me go out.
For those who live in Adenta, these young men who move from one neighborhood to another delivering water is a common sight. They are the most trusted source of water supply for these residents. Portable water supply to the Adentan municipality for years has remained a major challenge, and residents have had to rely on the services of water tellers.
Actually, they opened it twice in this year, last March and then this past Tuesday. That's what they always say. If they bring it, fine, because we are used to them. That's what they always say. Last year we had the same thing, but then they didn't do anything about it. So we are just praying that it comes.
Many of the residents say they are used to the empty promises by successive governments to address their water situation.
I don't believe though, because that's what they always say. Today they'll fix this, tomorrow they'll do this for us, but it's still the same. No difference, like for us, it's still the same in Adenta here. No change. I won't even believe that he'll do certain things like that.
But there are others who have yet decided to have faith in the latest promise.
When the news came that we are going to have water in plentiful, I liked it. I like the idea. But it's one thing hearing this news and another thing government or the water company fulfilling their promise or the assurance. This is not the first time we've been assured that water will flow into through our pipes, and we've been disappointed. So we'll live to see.
The unfortunate thing is that they themselves, water company, they themselves know that the water supply is so erratic. They don't give us water. Yet they bring us bills. Yes, they bring us bills when they have not supplied us with water. So what we are saying, they said they will give us water. We are hoping for it. Oh, well, I have hope. I hope sooner or later the water will flow. I would have taken it with a pinch of salt. But my son, who is working with them, told me that if I had done so much work, and he's very hopeful that we will have water. So I bank my hope on that.
Meanwhile, chairman of the Adenta Water Tailors Association fears they may run out of business should water situation in the municipality be restored.
See, Accra, you know, Accra is extending to the areas where the pipeline are not really there. So which we are hoping that those new areas we can supply there. Even though if the water can, it worry us, but we are sure that since the expansion is coming, which we will get our deliberate.
Irrespective of the doubt expressed by these residents, they are hoping government will honor its latest promise. Matilda Vamagan for Joy News, Adenta.
Away from that, the government of Ghana is to spend 50 million Ghana cedis on petroleum subsidies next year. It has already spent 25 million Ghana cedis in 2014. The 2015 petroleum subsidy allocation was announced on the floor of Parliament by James Aveji, chairman of the Finance Committee, during the debate on the budget estimates for the government to finance its obligations such as payment of pensions and gratuities for the 2015 financial year. The House approved an amount of 22 million Ghana cedis as budget estimates for the government to finance its obligations such as payment of pensions and gratuities. Here's the thing about growing old in some communities. It could be a crime. Being a victim of a tragedy such as losing a child or barrenness could make you lose everything you've ever worked for. Even witnessing the death of a close relative could earn you the name witch and subsequent banishment to a witches' camp. But on the grounds of human rights abuses, witches' camps across the country are being disbanded. Sayram Abla de Souza has come through with this report.
Witchcraft accusation, especially wrongful accusation, is a death sentence.
Yan bol so yol na wula kam ni yan te twimi bi yan te bella gonzane yan te twimi kana yeso nyavule nkunja kincin so nkunja bo bobe ka te dire ngolongo saka samla nyele saka she nyele fa she na wona milimi
so she's just saying that being called a witch is something else. She doesn't know how to explain how being called a witch is, because she can hardly sleep because she's been labeled as a witch.
It has over the years given people a reason to torment, murder, and even exile elderly persons and sometimes children from their communities. Over the years, however, witch camps have served as haven for these people. Among such camps is the Bonyasi Witches Camp in the central Gunja district of the Northern region.
Kana pala nirba yobo. Manda pa your point. Kabzakule.
When I came here, I came and met 6 other persons, and I came to be the 7th person. All the other 6 have been taken home. I am the only one still here. It means that I am the senior here.
Recently, the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, as well as officials of ActionAid Ghana, arrived to close down the camp, freeing 5 accused witches from there and 50 from other camps in the country.
The 55 women here will be starting a new life. We have heard about the loss of livelihood, about the inability of 400 to 500 children and dependents of these women to access education, to go to school. We dominate the food chain. We are crop farmers. We market the food crops. We process the food and we cook the food. Now, from today, we are marching from the food chain to the power chain as women in Ghana.
Closing the camp, some people have termed as a laudable achievement, but it is incumbent on authorities to ensure that these women return to their communities and live there in safety and dignity.
Over the past year, we have ensured that the inmates of the witch camps receive social protection through LEAP and also by registering them on the National Health Insurance Scheme. We will ensure that they have access to Maslock and also to LESDEP.
Inhabitants of Adesso in the Upper West Akim district in the eastern region are faced with a number of challenges on a daily basis. Aside the lack of some basic amenities, the high rate of unemployment is taking a toll on the youth.
125 villages make up Adesso, a farming community with close to 10,000 inhabitants. Like any other developing community, it is blessed with a number of social amenities, such as access to clean potable water, healthcare facility, good road network, just to mention but a few. For several years, residents relied on this source of water for their daily activities, till a borehole was constructed some months back.
We have a borehole here, which has connected the pipes to vantage points for people to go there and fetch. And so we have a board which takes care of that water. And because it's a borehole, of course, every month we do contribute just a little to support that water system.
The Adesso Health Center is the only health facility serving the villages. The facility is not well equipped to admit some cases, so emergency cases are referred to the Nsawam Government Hospital. They have limited beds, and lack of personnel continues to be a challenge. Youth unemployment is also a setback in this community.
Everybody is crying that there is no work in the system, so even if you complete SS, our maximum here, people will try, as far as Zungu is concerned, I know Zungu is now that people are trying to know much about education. If not that, previously we don't like education, but right now we have been doing better. By when you complete, it's hardly that you get work to do. It's hardly. Previous government who came, they engaged with the youth in youth employment program. But when this government came, it seems they have laid some of the workers off.
It's about job issues because the guys here, we only have one company, which is Fresh and Dry, and then the rest of the guys who have completed school are working at private schools. And then the rest are jobless. Companies, we need companies here. We should establish companies for us here. So that the guys coming out from school, secondary schools can get some work to do.
Residents are therefore calling on government to come to their aid as they feel neglected in the country's pursuit of development. Matilda Pamaga for Joy News.
That's it from me for now this morning. I'll see you again soon, but enjoy the rest of our program, and I wish you an absolutely fantastic morning. Goodbye.